Okay, today we are meeting with Miss Casey Jepson from West Pier. She is a 2021 upcoming graduate of Wisconsin, and we wanted to give you the opportunity to find out a little bit more about Casey and what makes her so unique. Hi, Casey. How are you today?
Good.
Awesome. I'm so glad that you were taking this time to be with me and tell us a little bit more about yourself because you're new for the Blaze this year. And it was such a joy and surprise when you walked through our doors with Coach Chris Aberay and your parents looking for a new home. And I just have to say, we're so blessed so far. Even if it's just one season with you, it's been awesome. And but we'll have more through college, that's for sure. So why don't you tell us a little bit more about yourself?
Okay. I'm Casey Jepson. I'm from West Pier, Wisconsin. I'm a 5'8" point guard or shooting guard, and I've been playing basketball since like second grade in the YMCA leagues.
Wonderful. So yeah, that's second grade. Like you've been playing a long time. What is that? How many years is that? I'm so bad at math. So 8, 10 years probably now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what got you started playing basketball, or what made you fall in love with basketball so much that you want to continue playing it and play it at the next level in college?
I love the competitiveness of it and like meeting new people from like the different teams you go to, and I just love improving my game every day and working to get better.
Yeah, and your game is pretty unique. It's interesting because when you first walked in to Blaze, you're so timid. You seemed so sweet and so kind. But then when we had the opportunity to see you on the court, you're like a completely different person. Not a mean person, but just the way you approach the game is quite interesting. You have this kind of edge about you, I say, when I watch you play. And as Coach Nas and our staff watch you, we just continue to be impressed because of your speed and your skill sets. But there's just this little extra piece to you. And we were talking about this a little earlier. What is that? What gives you that little extra edge? I know it has to come from somewhere.
Yeah, I guess when I was like younger, like everything didn't come easy. And, like I had to work hard for everything I get. So now like every time I step on the court, I just have like the mindset that I have to like work double what everyone else is to like get noticed and stuff.
Yeah. So when you face those obstacles and either you've experienced unfair situations, or you just didn't move as fast as other people, that work ethic just begins to get ingrained in you. And I just always feel like when I watch you play, it's like you play with this chip on your shoulder that you've got something to prove, not necessarily to other people, but to yourself. Like that's what flows from you. And I think it just makes me want to zoom on you when you're the way you move and the way you attack the rim. It's awesome. I guess with that, tell us a little bit more about what strength do you bring to the court? Like, what's your skill sets? What are some things that you're great at?
I guess offensively, like I can score, I can like find people, like I know where people are a lot, and I think I have like a high IQ for basketball. Like I can read like my teammates and the defenders, and I like to shoot, but I also like to drive.
Yeah,
And
you're versatile for sure.
like defensively, I can like stay in front of my man and I get on the floor and stuff.
So you're a battler, huh? Battle. You want that ball? I love it. I love it. Yeah. Well, you play with just that grittiness. And even though you're so sweet, just the way you are right now, you're like, yeah, like that's me. But when it's live play, it's like you're ready to fight, which is so cool. So with that, really not only just bringing this special quality to the court, but I know you bring special qualities to your team. So what are some things you want college coaches to know about you as a teammate for a future college program?
I guess like I like consider like a leader on the court. Like I know I'm not always vocal like during stuff or like yeah, I don't know. But like on the court I can like help people and like I tell them like what to do if they're having a hard time. And I think I'm like a selfless player. Like
Mm.
I'm not in it for me. I'm in it for the team and to win like and stuff as a team. Like it's not just about me, it's about all of us.
Yeah. Yeah. And watching you play at West Pier this year, I had an opportunity to do that one time. That is something that I found is a strength of West Pier and what your Coach Abere, Chris Abere brings to the court and for you as a leader. I could tell he does help you guys learn how to balance out, how to move the ball well, how to find the best shot. That you did mention that before. You're always looking for what? What did you say to me earlier? That you're always looking for the
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you're always looking for the best shot, which is cool. But you're also not afraid to pull the trigger either. Yeah, which is good because we need you to score, right? Yeah. Yeah. With that, what do you what qualities do you look for in a college coach?
I guess like someone who can know me on and off the court and can connect with me like personally and not just be like a coach but like also like help me if I need help with stuff and like they want to win but they can have like fun in practice and stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, so a balanced coach who is knowledgeable, who challenges you, but where you feel like you can communicate with them and just get on a personal level too. Um, so, what about what kind of college are you looking for?
Nothing like too small or too big, like medium size.
Mhm.
Like I don't know. I guess that's not too far from home, but
So, Midwest area
yeah,
would be your liking, would be your
yeah.
comfort level. Yeah. And what are you looking to focus on in college as a major?
I'm not like 100% set on something yet, but I'm leaning towards like a data sciences major. But I know not a lot of colleges have that, so I'd like double or triple major in like math, econ, physics, or psych, like anything like that.
So you're pretty smart, huh? Yeah. What's your GPA right now?
4.0.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 4.0. We like that. So, can you explain a little bit what data science is?
It's like a lot of it's like everything. It's like math, econ, physics, psych, stats, all of it like put together, and those are like my favorite classes. So
How would that apply? So is it more like business applications and computer systems they would run?
yeah, there's like different ways you can go. Like some people go into it like and do like sports teams and like predicting stuff and doing statistics and stuff. So that's like kind of what I would want to do.
That is sweet. So ESPN,
Yeah,
statistician. Yeah. So do you actually enjoy watching basketball games or any sports? And kind of
yeah, yeah.
looking that in. So like give me an example of what would one of your evenings be when you're watching sports? Like what are some things that you think about?
Like when like the names come up with like the free throw percentage or the 3-point percentage, like I like look at that and like just like think about it sometimes. And, I don't know.
It's just really intriguing to you then.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. You actually mentioned that there's a personal ritual that you do that pertains to your basketball shoes, to your shoes. Explain that.
like every year I get new shoes and I write fail harder on them. It's like a YouTube video. It just like inspires me, I guess. I don't know.
How does that inspire you? What is that? Explain that movie or video that you've seen.
It's like proving like it's okay to like fail now and like improve your game now if it was gonna help you later from and like prevent you from failing in like a game. So like fail in like your practices and stuff and like fail on your own, but so in the game it won't happen.
Yeah. And even if it happens in the game, you can still learn from it, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, you've really primed yourself to be able to handle failure and realize that's part of life. Yeah, it is. Oh man, is it? We don't always like to experience failure, but when you, Casey, that is awesome that you say that, because when you do approach life with that aspect, you won't fall into the pit and, throw yourself a pity party because, oh, woe is me, it didn't work out. So, and I think from what you say, when you were younger and experiencing those failures, but that work ethic that you learn at such a young age, you realize, hey, if I work harder, if I spend more time at something, I can make it happen. I can turn that failure into success by my own hands, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just, with that personal ritual you have about fail harder, there's a book, I forget who the author is, but there's a book called Fail Forward. And it reminds me how, failure is okay. Everybody experiences failure through their entire life. But if you use it to take that next step forward and learn from it, it's more than worth experiencing that failure. Yeah, I love that about you, because you have this sweet personality, you have this edge about you when you're on the court, and you just have this keen uh, sense of just being able to handle anything that's thrown at you. And I think that's why you've turned out to be such a good leader, because people can rely on you when things fall apart. They get that sense about you, and that's a wonderful thing to bring to the court. Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. You're welcome. So I have to ask you a kind of a, oh, I'll leave the silly question for later. Let me ask you another more serious question. So right now, we've experienced things not in our hometown, but with all the riots and the social injustice that's happening in the world. The theme of the world right now is Black Lives Matter. And there's been a lot of riots happening in different states. From everything you've seen so far, like, how do you feel about the Black Lives Matter movement and the riots and the looting that has been happening at the same time?
I mean, like we do need a change, and like people like going to try to make the change is like a good thing, but sometimes I feel like people are taking advantage when they like steal or like do stuff like burn down places. Like that's not gonna like help anything. Like if we can like peacefully do it and like all come together and like show our support, like we can actually make a change about it.
Yeah. In our group, we haven't had a chance to talk about this yet with our team, but have you thought of any ways that we as a team could take a stance or do something that could positively influence the situation?
I don't know. I mean, even just like talking about it as a team,
Mm.
like I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really um, good perspective to take, because sometimes there's been a lot on social media about people being silent, people speaking up, people not speaking up in a good way. So to create that environment on our team where people feel safe to just share their opinions and experiences is good, because we can't ever move forward if we don't know what each other is thinking. So you're going to make sure that happens on our team for our next team
Yeah.
bonding. Okay. All right. You're gonna be leading the discussion. How about that? I'll put you in charge. So what about this is a really, really important question. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So think hard. What do you love to eat on your pizza?
Either pepperoni or just cheese.
Okay, just cheese. I still don't get the just cheese thing with you girls. Every time I'm with you and we order pizza, it's like you guys just want cheese. Like there's so many other good things to put on it. So what is that? Is there something wrong with the other ingredients that
I
I'm
don't
missing?
know. I've just never really tried anything else.
Oh, so I gotta make sure that you try some deluxe pizza with olives and green peppers and mushrooms and onions, right?
No.
No, you don't like that. Definitely no sardines. I won't make you eat any of that. Yeah. So, well, I wanted to just close us up and first giving you the opportunity to share if there's anything else that you want to say to anyone, people who are watching, about you and what they should know about you and why they should consider you for their next program in college.
I guess like when you first like talk to me, like I can be like shy and stuff, but like I'll eventually open up, and I think I can make like an impact on a team and like help. So I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, no, I know you know. You know quite well that you make a huge impact, and I absolutely love that. And that is why we are so blessed to have you be part of the Blaze this next season. So I want to thank you for saying yes to us when we offered you a position. It's gonna be a lot of fun once we get onto that court and start competing during the summer, right? Yeah. So, thank you again, Casey, for participating in this recording. And I want to let people know that you can find Casey Jepson on our wisconsinblaze.com website. And we have an Inferno page under teams, and she's got a link there. She's also on Sports Recruits, and you can find a lot of highlights on Huddle. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me, Lisa at blaze365.com, or her coach from West of Pier, Chris Aberay. Do you remember his email off the top of your head?
Yeah,
You do? Okay.
yeah.
You want to share that? That'd be wonderful.
CABARY@WDPSD.com.
Okay, why don't you say it one more time?
CABARY@WDPSD.com.
Yeah, I know he's really involved in your recruiting, which is a great thing because we want to help you find the right next home. You definitely deserve it. Awesome. Well, thank you so very much for watching and for participating, Casey. Have a great
Thank
day.
you. You
Yep.
too.
Thanks.